Akademiks can't ride no wave.
What the fuck? Swae Lee says the dots are connecting for him to be the next Michael Jackson, the hit maker, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck? Oh, Meek says Swae Lee don't get enough credit. He says, my dots are connecting for me to be the next Michael Jackson twin. Why the hell? Swae, I love you, brother. Swae, I'm going to say this in the most respectful way. And I do love Swae, honestly. Like, Swae's a really good dude. Swae, we can't throw around the word or name Michael Jackson so much. You got mega hits. You are the guy. But y'all got to stop mentioning yourself with the greats while y'all still supposedly in your prime. Swae, the reality for you right now, you need to find the next one. You've had a bunch. Right now, people want to know the next Swae Lee mega hit. And I hate when young artists, when they on the field, they talking about legacy. Right? If LeBron right now want to talk about his legacy compared to Jordan, he's 40. Swae, you still supposed to be on that field putting in that work. If you really do think you are like Michael Jackson, you supposed to be still proving him wrong. And by the way, you know, Michael Jackson's such an unfair comparison. You know, even if Drake said he was Michael Jackson, like the allure that Michael Jackson had on people, I do want to like give a sobering reminder to people that what a popularity of your favorite artist is now, it pales in comparison to somebody like Michael Jackson. There were only a handful of stations. There were only a handful of outlets that would promote artists. There was only a handful of stars. These days, you could have Playboi Carti. He's a niche superstar. All his audience knows about him. But you might get somebody who's white from Montana or from Idaho that don't know that Playboi Carti actually does an arena tour. They might not know Playboi Carti like that. They might not know Swae Lee. The thing about Michael Jackson is that the world knew about Michael Jackson. If you went to Kenya, you went to fucking Nairobi, nigga. You went to Sri Lanka. You went to all these other places. They all knew about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's fame and infamy is unmatched. When you mention Michael Jackson, his music, again, and obviously I'm trying to give these guys an out because it's a different time. Let's be honest. If Michael Jackson came out now, would he be exactly that? Keep in mind, there was gate kept shit then. So whoever was popular then, there was no more options. These days, you could be like, nah, I don't listen to mainstream dudes. I listen to Slayer. Oh, I listen to Ken Carson. Oh, I listen to, Rod Wave. It might not be your cup of tea to listen to some of these mainstream artists because you could find them in other ways. Back then, Michael Jackson was ubiquitous. Like, everybody was fucking with it. It's a reason why when we look at the most viewed Super Bowl performance of all time, they got Kendrick at number 1. Remember, they had said Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny actually came in at number 5. Michael Jackson is number 2. You won't see anybody that's from the 90s there. And these days, we have way more ways to watch the Super Bowl. We have way more, technology and access to TV and everything else. This is 2025. Kendrick broke the record, 133. Michael Jackson did this in 1993. Usher did this in 2024. Bad Bunny did this in 2026. We could look at the whole list. And the whole list is not going to show anybody really from the 90s but Michael Jackson. It's a different type of level. Comparing yourself to Michael Jackson is something that you won't win. Now, this is going to sound a little bit biased because I do rock with Drake. When Drake says, yo, he about to, pass, MJ with maybe number 1 hits, I got you. Fine. That's one particular stat. Do I think that Drake's career is eclipsed Michael Jackson? No. We gotta really have these conversations. Right? Like so for Swae Lee to say he's on a Michael Jackson-esque type of thing, it's like, brother, we got to put you on Michael Jackson now. Right? You gotta look up these videos. They exist. Michael Jackson swarmed by fans. When Michael Jackson showed up to a hotel, this is how it looked. Okay? Y'all niggas is in Miami's fucking random hoes. And y'all could be on a yacht. Nobody cares. Respectfully. And I'm not aiming this at Swae Lee. I'm saying for the majority of y'all. When y'all show up to hotels and this is what's outside, then you could say Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson deserves some credit. This is how Michael Jackson outside of his hotel looked. Y'all concerts don't look like that. This is what happens when he was in town. This is what happens when Michael Jackson shows up to an airport. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. We got to stop throwing everybody's name with Michael Jackson. We got to stop it. If you're showing up to the airport and don't look like that, you're not Michael Jackson. We got to just be honest. Yes, this infamy, this fame was part of this is how Michael Jackson was moving around. When y'all showed up overseas and it's not like this, please, we just remember it's levels to this. It was pandemonium. It was pandemonium. This is in 84. This is in 84. This is Riot Cops, 84. This is how they had to get Michael Jackson away from 6,000 fans. We got to just be honest. Hey, listen, with all due respect, Swae Lee, you got some really amazing songs. You're super talented. But we got to be honest. Michael Jackson is a different level. This boy was doing it without any social media. His life was basically a pariah. Like, y'all get to chill a little bit. Even as popular as Drake is. Drake don't experience this shit. And I'm really trying to give you some realistic base for this. There wasn't that many celebrities. Like, you know, some people be like, oh, nah, I be just listening to so-and-so. No, there was a handful of artists and he was king. Everybody in the world knew him. If you were into popular music at all, you knew him.
I like Michael.
This is when you look at artists who sold the most albums. This is the list. When you say you're trying to be Michael Jackson, you got to be on this list right here. Total certified units, 301 million. You got to be on this list. Okay? We got the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Elton Presley. Or Elvis Presley, sorry. Elton John, Queen, Madonna, Led Zeppelin. Riri's on the list. Holy. Okay. There's a couple of... Where my boy Drizzy? I know Drizzy on there somewhere. Where's Drake at? Where's Drake at? Okay. Look at Drake. 500 million. Come on. Come on. 500 million. But really, those are certified units. Claimed sales is what they were going off. Michael Jackson, 500 million. Drake is in the region of, which I think this is probably, I think Drake outsold Beyonce. What the fuck? 170, they're claiming. Taylor Swift is at 200. And Beyonce is at 200. Whatever. If I type on here Swae Lee and I don't see you, bro. If I don't see Ray Shrummer, bruv, stop it. Again. And by the way, you know, I think he's being a little bit facetious. I think he wants people to know, like, you know, he's putting in work. He is putting in work. Swae Lee got some of the biggest songs in hip hop. By the way, you know what we should get into? Why has this become a thing? Did y'all see Swae Lee and what's so-and-so name? French Montana recently they have like cleared the record to be like, nah. They basically have said that French Montana done stole the record, man. So it came out after
I haven't made
basically, I guess French did Drink Champs, and he admitted he didn't make money from Unforgettable.
$1 Unforgettable.
Hey, you are unforgettable.
Diamond is that shit now.
Going on 20, but like 84 around the world.
What you mean you ain't make $1? How much money they spent on the record?
When you're coming up as an artist, you're not really looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
You're just looking at, okay,
Looking at that upfront money.
upfront money. I paid half of that record. The label was like, nah, we don't want to invest in this. So I had to go in my pocket, and I was like, look, if y'all match me, I get it. So I put up 150 and shot the Sylvia on. She put up 150. Because you're trying to get your bag up, you know what I'm saying? Then once you figure out that you're making money in the back end, now you want the back end too, so it's kind of not fair, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really be mad at the labels because you're supposed to look at all that in the beginning. But I went to Africa and I shot the video out of my own pocket too. It was like $1 million of gambling. I wish I walked out the label and did Make It Rain like how you did it with that record.
Make It Rain, 4 million records on the masses.
Okay, so he basically said he didn't really make money with the record, and really it's because of how the business worked with the record. So the record technically was Swae Lee's record. It was a eardrummer record, which is Mike Will Made It label, which is Ray Shremmerd. Now, I'm a little bit like, I'm torn with this entire story, because I do think that I see a lot of people trying to like dunk on French Montana by like, oh, you stole the record. But French Montana, he's almost like a Khaled in a sense, except he's an artist. Without French's promotion, without French, I don't think the record does what it does. Why do I say that? I think Swae Lee had a similar record, which was what's the name of that record? That record was called what's the name of that fucking record? Guatemala. That record wasn't even nearly as big as Unforgettable. Sometimes having a good record, you need that marketing, you need that imagery. I think going to Africa to do the video, it made it worldwide, it made it global. And I have to say, even if he did like finesse it and kind of like steal it, so to speak, we got to give French some props for how he marketed that record. He put money behind it. He had some really ingenious ways of kind of getting in front of everybody else. And I think he did add to the record and made it good. Now, he basically said he never got paid from the record. And I'm not going to lie, what happened afterwards is that Michael Made It actually got on the, he spoke on it. And that's what he said. Mike Will Made It, French Montana. He didn't really say too much nice stuff about it, but check this out.
Ray Shremmerd before they even took off.
Here we go.
Like, bro, what about this Unforgettable? I'm like, yeah, John, just get on.
Here we go.
And man, you just bought this new jewelry.
How'd that phone call go when Swae called you and told you he gave away Unforgettable?
It wasn't even Swae calling me that and telling me that he gave away Unforgettable. It was really like me just seeing it on the internet leaked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So like, I mean, it really pissed me off. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know it was gonna be a huge record?
Hell yeah, for sure. I knew it was a huge record with just only Swae Lee on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as an executive, it's almost like, man, you just bought this new jewelry and you had it sitting over there, and then boom, you pull up and I'm outside with that shit on. You know what I'm saying?
Shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. Like, we weren't looking to get that song placed on anybody's album. We weren't looking to put any artist on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Only reason Jeremiah even had it because Jeremiah had delivered Throw Some More for Ray Shremmerd before they even took off.
Right.
So,
Wait, Jeremiah wrote Throw Some More? Did he? Songwriters, Khalif Brown, that's Swae, Nicki, that's Thug, Michael Williams, whatever, Michael Made It, Kenneth Colby, Sounds, Jeremy Felton. Oh, Jeremiah wrote it. Oh shit! Or he probably wrote some shit for Ray Shrummer. Not saying the whole thing, but some shit. Ah, so I guess there were, this is how music works. So they're working with Ray Shrummer. So he kind of helps them get throw some more. So when Unforgettable comes around, they kind of send it to him. Okay.
Man, when he delivered that joint, it was like Swae was like, man, damn, bro, I got to do something else with Jeremiah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Unforgettable was supposed to be on Shrimp Life too, and Jimmy, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, we all perfectionists. The whole squad is perfectionists. So, man, we kept changing around Shrimp Life 2, kept changing around Shrimp Life 2. And then by this time, like, Jimmy had a child on the way and everything. Jimmy was like, bro, I'm done, bro. The album done. It's hard. It's like, man, y'all keep telling me to get on every song with Swae. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. Like, the album, y'all said we were done. We done. And so Gucci had just came home. Then Swae had did Black Beatles. And then boom, Jimmy was like, all right, boom, I get on that one. All right, boom, now we done. You know what I'm saying? And then Swae was like, bro, what about this Unforgettable? I'm like, yeah, Jim, just get on the Unforgettable. Jim was like, man, bro, like I'm just tapped out. Like, bro, we'll get it. I'll get on there on the next album. So they were already talking about doing solo project. It was talks about it.
Right.
So I was like, man, shit, what's gonna worse if Jim don't get on here, Swae? If Jim don't get on here?
Now this is where Rock with Michael made it, but like, so y'all are saying that the song exists, but Jimmy don't want to get on it. He feels like he already did the album. He's a little bit exhausted. Well, it appears like y'all not treating the song like this is the fucking mega smash. It feels like y'all treating it like, oh, it's another song. So how could you really like not give French some credit for seeing that this song needs to be out now? Because remember, a song or a hit is not only about the song, it's about the timing of when you release it.
Then, we could use it for the first Swae Lee album. And so, boom, Shrimp Life 2 dropped, and like a week or two later, and then fucking Black Beatles just started shooting up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Black Beatles was #1 on the Hot 100 for like, man, 8 weeks. And out of nowhere, Unforgettable just leaks on the internet. Wow. And I'm just like, hold on, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But people had told me that they had heard Bro's version. You know what I'm saying? Like, they told me they had heard Bro's version.
Yo, am I drunk or is this DJ Clue? This ain't DJ Clue, is it?
And I was just like, and French, that's my boy because, he came he came up like with Undead and everything like that. Walker, Gooch, like when he came down there and Undead was managing him, like that's when we started developing that relationship. Cause Dale, that's like my auntie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Anthony's, they're my family, you know what I'm saying? Gooch, that's my big bro, all that. So, you know what I'm saying? I had already been familiar with French. We already had a relationship, and the fact that bro ain't reach out to me and let me know, like, hey, man, your little bro did this song right here. Man, I would love to get on it any kind of way. What are y'all planning to do with it? Or, like, what are y'all planning not to do with it? Or, like, are y'all sleeping on it or are y'all not? It was no conversation. It was just like, oh, my God, this shit is hot. Boom, I'm going to put my verse on here and leak it. You feel me? And it's like, I felt like we had more respect for each other than that. You know what I'm saying?
This feels like, and I get what Michael Made is saying, but it feels like French probably talked to Swae, and Swae probably like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with it. And yeah, he shouldn't have leaked it, but I felt like French had a thought about it, like, nah, this is fire. Now, here's the thing. If he had a conversation with Swae, I don't think he needs to go to Swae's boss, which technically his boss is Michael Maida because he owns Eardrummer. But I don't think he needs to do that because Swae's a grown-ass man. But I could see how Michael looks at it like that.
Have you ever talked?
What you mean?
Have you ever talked about it?
Since then.
Not really.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it worked out for you. But it worked out, right, Mike?
Not really.
Why you say it didn't work out for you?
Nah, it worked out for Sony because they own the master. I'm a businessman. I'm an executive. You know what I'm saying? So that was supposed to be one of Eardrummer's assets. You know what I'm saying? Right. We could have put French on there, and we could have let that be with Eardrummers and Interscope like how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're never gonna put French on it.
through Epic, you know what I'm saying, that had nothing to do with this record. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like I said, if I rock his jewelry and we just downstairs, he paid for it. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? This his jewelry, he got it laid out. He know how he want to shoot outside and everything. And I'm just already outside rocking his shit. And then it's like, this interview goes viral. It's like, hey, Clue, it worked out though, bro. You know what I'm saying? It worked out, brother. The interview goes viral.
That's a great example.
But Mike, most people would look at it like, yo, the song is a big record. You made a lot of money on it. Your name is ringing bells.
My name was already ringing bells.
I mean, it's stronger. It's bigger now.
Nah, cause I didn't like.
He ain't hearing that at all.
Yeah, it's not
You said
about
you're a
that.
businessman.
It's just, yeah, I'm a businessman and I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? So out of respect, you know what I'm saying? It's respect first. Out of respect, we already know each other, so you can have that conversation with me if you're gonna do it. You know
But
what
if I don't look at it that way, Mike? What if I'm just excited and didn't think about it and just made an abrupt decision and know you didn't like it, but I might have fucked it up, but I'm like, yo, this record is fire. I want to get this
But
shit
Mike,
out.
how about this? What if French thinks you might say no?
I'm not saying you that style of nigga.
You probably definitely thought that. And you just said
That's true.
This is already on. I'm already
Okay. You know, just so you guys can watch the whole thing if you guys want to, but Swae Lee then spoke about it. Yeah, Swae Lee spoke about it recently. Let's hear what Swae said. Okay,
I was moving so fast. If you look at the artwork, my face is not on the artwork.
This is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in Germany and shit. Mannequin challenge was going on. First challenge in the world. Yeah, I'm up there freezing. The whole world freezing.
I did the mannequin challenge.
Stop the time. You know
I ain't gonna lie, I was doing mannequin challenge too. I was with y'all.
But he didn't do it. Yeah, I wrote that shit. And it was just a great, really like, made my brain click. $250,000 video in Africa with, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Germany and shit. Mannequin challenge was going on. First challenge in the world. Yeah, I'm up there freezing. The whole world freezing.
I did the mannequin challenge.
Stop the time. You know
I ain't gonna lie, I was doing mannequin challenge too. I was with y'all.
But he didn't do it.
I did it.
We gotta drop a little clip of that.
Let's make the noise.
We gotta cut into that clip.
We cut into that clip. Go ahead.
So boom, the key component that really like made my brain click. $250,000 video in Africa with the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm part Nigerian too, so I'm like, and I love making Afro. That's my natural rhythm. Afro beats, Afro, all that. Like just anything with rhythm. Like I can do that in my sleep. Like so, boom, that connected for me. I'm like, boom, man, take it to the moon. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, yeah, I wrote that shit, and it was just a great collab. You know what I'm saying? It might not have been the fairest way that the song came about. It wasn't the textbook way that it came about, you know what I'm saying? But
it did what it had to do.
And you know what I'm saying? But one thing I should have did is change the artwork, though. See, I was moving so fast. If you look at the artwork, my face is not on the artwork.
Let me see.
So people think, listeners, they not like, this is French Montana. They might think he's singing that.
Right.
They might not know, that's Swae Lee singing that. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Good, like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Crazy story.
But that record went. That record went. Let's make some noise for that record.
And it's still going. Still going.
Nah, that record went.
Thank you.
Do you? All right.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, let's cheers to that. Salute.
Double diamond.
Salute. Double diamond. All right, so
stuck with them. They grew up with that motherfucker.
His was crazy.
Quadruple shot.
Yeah, his was crazy. I had a record that was presented.
All right, come on.
Fix it.
Yeah, my mic.
Yeah, because I see. What you doing is fucking.
All right, come on.
We had French Montana on here.
Yeah.
Said he didn't make $1.
See, I don't know nobody CPAs or nothing, but that's a billion stream song. It might even be 2. I don't even know how many.
I
don't know the situation of their contract, you know what I'm saying? But I know I got my percentage on that. I wrote that for you. Okay. Shit was just going on. Like, I got my fair share. The business was done right. And
yeah, Swae should get his money from it because Swae's a hook.
I shout out to French though on it. Like, he got his hands on the song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's the true origin of that song?
I ain't got no bad blood on that song because But for the record, that's my pen. You know what I'm saying? So somehow, some way, I don't know if it was through Jeremiah or how it came about, but French heard it. You know what I'm saying? He recognized what caliber song it was. He want to put a verse on it. Boom. Long story short, he put a verse on it. Boom. I heard the song. I'm like, it's just fire. Like, it sound hard. You know what I'm saying? Man, take it to the moon. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, yeah, I wrote that shit.
Okay, so he's kind of like almost saying that he kind of blessed French to take the song.
It was just a great collab. You know what I'm saying? It might not have been the fairest way that the song came about. It wasn't the textbook way that it came about,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But
it did what it had to do.
Okay, all right, man. All right. Yeah, so I can see why French is a little tight about it, but here's the thing. That's the thing about leaking a record. You never want to leak a record. Once you leak a record and the record starts going, the other team's going to play hardball. So what's probably happened is that French leaks the record. French is going with the record. He needs the record at this point for his project. Sony, he's on Epic at the time. They're like, yo, bro, we need this record. They basically go to try to do the business. The record belongs to Swae Lee. It's Swae Lee's hook. It's Swae Lee's record. And essentially what happens is they probably said, yo, we'll do something, but we're going to own the majority of the song. Take it or leave it. French is probably pot committed. He's realizing this song going to bring him to other markets. He's going to get booked for all type of shows. And the idea of him saying he never made no money from the song, yeah, but I guarantee he signed a deal, or Epic signed a deal saying, we're going to, make money maybe on the album, not particularly the song and the single, or actually we probably make that, but French is not going to get whatever he think he's going to get in terms of publishing. But he's going to make up for that money because he's going to be able to tour and perform the song. And how many times he probably got booked performing that song? So, fair is fair. That's what you get when you leak a song. But I think it definitely helped out everybody. All right. Okay, here we